So here goes. I, 28M, am dealing with a family mess that's left me seriously questioning if I did the right thing. Some backstory. My dad remarried when I was 17. His new wife, Kathy, brought along her son Jake, who was 8 at the time. I won't pretend I ever got along with either of them. Kathy always had this fake smile, but underneath it, she was snide, dismissive, and controlling. Jake followed her lead-entitled, bratty, and lazy. Dad tried to blend us into a new happy family, but it was a disaster. Anyway, fast forward to this year. My dad passed away suddenly from a heart attack. He was only 62 and still working full-time. His will left everything the house. His savings, his investment, stow me. Not Kathy, not Jake, just me. 100% clear and legally solid. Dad and I were close. He told me over lunch a year ago that he updated his will, and he made it clear. This is your inheritance. You don't owe Kathy or Jake anything. They've got their own family and her side to look after them. But when he died, Kathy and Jake acted like nothing had changed. They were already living in the house, and I gave them a few weeks to grieve, figuring we'd have a mature conversation about the next steps. Nope, Kathy basically assumed I'd do the right thing and let them stay in the house permanently. She even had the audacity to say, "It's what your father would have wanted. We're family now." She said this while I was literally paying the mortgage, utilities, property taxes, and taking time off work to handle all the legal stuff. Jake, who is now 19 and perfectly capable of working, sits on the couch playing video games all day. Doesn't contribute a cent. Kathy doesn't work either. After 2 months of this, I told them they had 30 days to move out. I offered to help Kathy find an apartment, and even offered to pay her first 2 months' rent, just to be generous and end things smoothly. She flipped out. She called me a heartless witch and said I was tearing the family apart. Jake called me a spoiled bitch and said I'd regret this. I followed through, sent a formal eviction notice, waited the legal amount of time, and then had them removed when they still refused to leave. Now half my family is calling me cold and selfish. Kathy's been telling everyone I kicked a grieving widow and her child out onto the street. Never mind that she got a life insurance payout, her own savings, and help from her side of the family. And again, the house was never hers. I feel justified. But still, I get those pangs of guilt. I'm not a cruel person, but I don't think I should be expected to financially support 2 grown people I barely get along with just because of a second marriage that didn't involve me. So, AITA?